we might have a slight problem going down on the MTA. If they got the new metal detectors, there might be a problem because I am armed.
Is LA's most iconic sandwich in danger? I'm talking about the legendary number 19, pastrami sandwich that's put Langer's Delicatessens Jersey in the rafters alongside the greats. Langer's has been a staple in LA's historic MacArthur Park for just shy of 80 years. It's a neighborhood that's changed a lot during that time, and not always for the better. Last year, Norm Langer, current pastrami kingpin behind Langer's Deli, surprised a lot of people when he announced he was contemplating closing up shop. That was last year, so where are we now? I sat down with Norm to dig in on the legendary pastrami, the storied history, and the uncertain future of one of LA's iconic institutions. All right, obviously when you hear Langer's, synonymous with the number 19, right?
Yes.
It's an iconic sandwich. What is in it?
Number 19 is double-baked rye bread, Russian dressing, pastrami, coleslaw, Swiss cheese. It's a sandwich that makes a beautiful picture, but it eats well.
You pretty much described it perfectly. When did people start taking notice that the number 19 is special?
Let's go back. This store was opened June 17, 1947, and it opened with the number 19. And you put a star next to it or a check mark next to it.
You said this is the number 19.
Our suggestion.
I like how this is a very intentional strategy to put that sandwich on the map, because it worked.
Let me give you something else to think about. I want you to have something that you are not going to have to play with. Let's talk about Katz in New York. Now, it's a great product. I'm not knocking the product at all. When they make a sandwich, it's piled high. You can't bite into it.
So your number 19 is designed way better.
It's designed so you can pick it up and eat it.
All right, I like how you mentioned Katz. What sets Langer's pastrami apart from everybody else?
Simple explanation. You will get pastrami from your supplier. It's been cured, it's been smoked, but it's hard. So you'll put it in a warmer and you'll warm it for 45 minutes or an hour. And you've got to cut it paper thin because it's tough. But I will put it in live steam anywhere from 2.5 to 4 hours. So now it's juicy and tender. And now you can cut it by hand. You're also going to be able to trim the fat that you can't do if it's on a machine.
That says a lot about this business, this place. Has the number 19 changed over the years?
No.
Stayed the same?
No, stayed the same.
Oh, here we go. Yes. Oh, that looks so good.
There's your number 19. Let me know what you think of that.
All right. It's beautiful because it's some of the best pastrami that you'll ever lay your eyes on. That slaw is like a foil to the savoriness. So it's such a well-balanced bite. The bread, nice, fluffy, cloudy. And then the Russian dressing gets that little punch to it. That is a fantastic sandwich. So you put me in a time machine back to the 1940s, and I order this. This is pretty much the same looking sandwich.
Identical, because that's what people come back looking for. My dad was very, very insistent. If somebody comes in, no matter what they order, if it's not right, they might not come back.
You know what I've always been curious about is how is a menu item assigned a number?
Has no reference to anything. Just Dad, oh, this will be a number 19. Oh, okay. And that's the gospel. Now, let's talk about your 44.
Is the 44 a menu item that just does not get love and you want it to get some love?
Sure. This is another one of Dad's creations. You've got a nippy American cheese, which is an American cheese that's got a little bit more bite to it. You got pastrami, you got sauerkraut, and the rye bread that's in turn grilled. Why don't you take a bite? Are you afraid?
Thought you not. I've never asked. That's incredible. You are the Da Vinci of pastrami.
I've been called a lot of things, but I like that.
Now, before Norm and I get into whether the number 19 is in danger or not, let me set the scene here. MacArthur Park. You need that picture in your head to understand the rest of this conversation. I asked Norm to walk me through 2 routes, one to the Langer's parking lot and one to the metro station nearby. And the walk to the parking lot, honestly, safe. Norm's done a great job of making that stretch clean and welcoming.
because we wash it at least once a week. I got two $8,000 machines. That's what you got to do. The area demands it.
The walk to the metro station, it's a different story.
We might have a slight problem going down on the MTA. If they got the new metal detectors there, might be a problem because I am armed.
See, that path runs along MacArthur Park, and there you'll see people going through their own struggles. At the station, there's this great mural of Norm and his father sharing a tender moment. I couldn't help but notice that it was a juxtaposition to the heaviness that I couldn't quite pinpoint down there. Even the music had this eerie quality. It's not that everyone you encounter there is a threat, but that atmosphere, I gotta admit, it's gonna make people think twice about visiting Langer's. All right, the area has had a lot of shifting demographics, has changed a lot. How have you guys adapted to it?
Well, let's go back to the 40s and 50s. I mean, most of your Jewish population came from East LA, Brooklyn Avenue. And as time went on, all of these Jews moved to Santa Monica, Culver City, West LA. So a lot of my business at that time changed. As you got into the 60s and 70s, you started to have a problem with gangs. Sounds ridiculous, but I was protected by the gangs.
Because they're your customers.
Yes. Number two, they know better. They see LAPD eating in here. They see meeting with the mayor, with the chief of police, with different people.
What are these conversations sounding like?
A week ago, I had an hour-and-a-half lunch meeting with the mayor, and we discussed some of the things that we felt would be beneficial to the area.
What are your specific acts?
My ask simply would be, let's clean up the area so everybody can come and eat off the sidewalk. And you have to get the drug problem under control. I made a statement at the beginning of the year in January that if it's not cleaned up, I'm going to close it.
So you threatened to close?
And I still stand by that.
So you're telling me Langer's, the iconic Langer's, the home of the number 19, LA's most iconic deli and sandwich, is on the precipice of closing?
I won't say it's on the precipice, but I'm going to say that if they don't get their act together and move in the right direction, I can't stay here. Now, please understand, it is far better today than it was 2 months ago because a lot of these groups are out and they're cleaning the area. LAPD is patrolling more. Stephanie Galvez is taking a hand on the parks. So it's getting there. If it stalls and we don't continue to move forward, I will close.
It's a fluid ultimatum.
It's not an ultimatum. It's a suggestion. I can't exist the way it is. I think everybody has stepped up to the plate. And I don't think my statement is the absolute do it. No, I'm just a part. I'm one cog in the wheel.
So Norm Langer, the activist, Norm Langer, the street advocate, Norm Langer, the politician, does any of that resonate to you?
All of it except the activist. I'm not an activist.
Why not?
Because I won't go out there and carry a banner. I won't carry a sign. I won't make idle threats. I won't do any of that. I talk to people and I communicate. A lot of that had to do with me deciding, people are telling me, Norm, I'm not comfortable coming down here.
So why don't you just move?
Where am I going to go at 80 years old? In order to put a business together, to make it flourish, and put a crew together, is a minimum of 3 years.
Bring the same crew.
Doesn't work like that.
I was shook during this conversation when you were saying you threatened to close because now it's like the number 19, the iconic sandwich, is in danger. Would you say it's in danger?
It's in a lot less danger today than it was 6 weeks ago.
To be clear, the 6 weeks that Norm's talking about isn't the same 6 weeks that we've been living in real time. A lot has happened in MacArthur Park since then. So I tapped back in with Norm to get his thoughts on all the bedlam that's happened in his backyard, which you should definitely stick around for. But let's get back to the conversation at hand. We talked about the number 19, we've broken it down, but I want to know the man behind the sandwich. Who is that?
Well, you have to go back to my dad, and he was my teacher. I learned the profession the way that my dad wanted it done. I didn't go to college because I was not a student. I had asthma, I was sick, sickly kid.
Has that affected you as an adult?
I'm still a sickly kid. I've had lung cancer 5 times.
Oh.
I've had the top lobe of both lungs removed. I've had prostate cancer. I've had both knees replaced. They're both titanium. What else you want to know?
I mean, there's more?
6 months ago, I was working with my trainer standing behind with a rubber band.
Okay.
Tore both rotator cuffs.
That's a little bit of that Kobe Bryant treatment. That's that Mamba mentality medical treatment.
Have I given you enough sickness?
Yeah, but now it kind of paints this really cool picture for me of perseverance. I'm guessing that perseverance translates into how you run this place now.
Well, let me impart a little bit of my belief in life. I believe there's two things that every man should have. He needs a place to go when he gets up in the morning, and he needs people that are dependent on him. Without that, he's vegetables.
And not the good vegetables.
It's the way I look at it.
So is Langer's your purpose?
Yeah, I gotta be here. I've got 40 employees that are dependent on me. They're here, they're giving me their life.
So 75 years from now, what do you want your legacy, Langer's legacy to be?
Nice guy, and serve the best pastrami anywhere.
Nice guy, best pastrami. Love it. So like I said earlier, a lot has happened in MacArthur Park since we were last there. ICE raids, a National Guard deployment, and so much more. So I was curious to get Norm's thoughts on this. And naturally, he had a lot to say.
Number one, the National Guard was a fiasco. There was 40 vehicles here surrounding MacArthur Park, horses in the park, ICE. The whole thing was 28 minutes long. Nobody was arrested, nobody was touched, nobody was bothered. It's the most asinine waste of money I've ever seen. But it was supposed to put the fear in everybody. People cannot live a normal life with fear. I've got employees here with green cards, with work permits. They're scared of going out there. My manager, who's been with me 44 years, is here legally. He has a passport. He's been picked up and held 24 hours for absolutely no reason. So as far as I'm concerned, ICE is a problem. But the whole situation is, it's not only dependent on ICE. Now with Stephanie Galvez there, with the park rangers, with LAPD, there's been a lot of improvement in the area. And I encourage people to come visit and enjoy the world's best pastrami.